Are we live? Hello? We live now? Hi. Good morning, everyone. Nathan here with Rocky Mountain Music Therapy doing another live session this morning. This morning is going to be a session about mindfulness and music mindfulness. So hope anyone can join. If anyone is up today right now, I know some folks in Texas, it's getting close to noon. Y'all better be up. I don't care what you're doing at home. Get up out of bed. I'm going to give people a minute or two to join. See if anyone wants to be part of this today. Let's see. Stream's good. Doing all right. I'll just start playing a little bit of guitar until a few people join and just do some meditation myself. Hope you're feeling all right. Hope everyone who's friends with me on my page can see this. Know I'm live. Give folks a few more minutes to join. Like I said, we'll be doing some mindfulness meditation, mindfulness with music this morning, and just have a good intentional start to the day. Thanks. Appreciate it, buddy. I love modulating. This is fun. Moving between keys. I like doing modulations like that, going to y'all this way in the circle of fists, right? Yeah. Because that's the brighter direction, adding sharps, all that. We've got some nice sunshine this morning. I'm so happy. I have the sun illuminating my room right now. I was really hoping to get some sunshine this morning. And the sky's obliged. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And if anyone joins along the way, they can just step right in. So, what I'm going to start with first is just kind of what I like to call like a vamping meditation. And if anyone's interested, what I'm doing musically is just going back and forth between a 1 and 4 chord. And the reason those specifically is because 4 feels like it wants to go in a different direction, but taking it back is kind of like there's this rocking back and forth and ebb and flow. And hello, Carrie. How are you this morning? I hope you're feeling well today. And so that 1 and 4, just that vamping, creates a nice auditory and for me then a mental space to just breathe and think about whatever I want. It's a holding space, really. So wherever you're at, whatever stress level that is, whatever pain level that might be, whatever emotional distress you're in, whatever you're feeling, if you're leaping for joy because we have sunshine today, kind of like I am, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever you're at, just breathe in deeply while I'm playing, and maybe you can breathe in on one chord and breathe out on the other. Do something like that. You can breathe in every few beats and measure it that way. But pay attention to your breath and don't fret about the thoughts that come into your mind. Just recognize them and treat them as any of the notes that I might be playing. Don't focus on one in particular. Just let it happen. You're not your thoughts right now. Just let the music hold your space for now. Let the thoughts sift past, paying no more heed. than you do to any of my notes. Just letting it flow over. You can even picture yourself in the middle of a river, sitting down in the soft, cool bed, letting the water rush over your legs and your lower body. Don't worry about all those twigs and leaves and small things floating in the river. Those are your thoughts. Don't try and grab them. Just honor them and let them wash past. You try and grab them, you might get swept up in the water. That is now nice and cool and refreshing. One final deep breath in. And that's just a nice way for me to use music to meditate and to hold space for my thoughts and let it clear. I don't have to worry much about what I'm doing musically. Sometimes I'll add a little thing, and then I realize I need to stop worrying and just let it happen. Thank you, Anastasia, for linking the PayPal link. I completely forgot to put that in the description. I'm sorry. Yes, so we as Rocky Mountain Music Therapy are doing these live telesessions on Facebook on a donation basis. Unfortunately, due to the circumstances, we're having to, some of our reimbursement hours is being affected for various reasons. Some clients aren't able to do the telesessions. Some aren't as comfortable. There's a multitude of reasons. And we're doing these as a free service. And if you feel able to and would like to donate, and if any of these videos are helpful for you or have been calling to you in a specific way, then please don't hesitate to help us. Our PayPal is paypal.me/Rocky Mountain Music TH. And we appreciate all of the support that you can give. Even just following and liking and watching the videos is wonderful as well. So thank you everyone who's here with me today. So yeah, a little bit with music mindfulness. To me, the nature of becoming a musician and learning how to how to hone in my craft has helped me on my path to mindfulness. Actually, one of the things my teachers always hammered in early on was to not worry so much about a single mistake and to just keep going. If I make a mistake, I made it. Doesn't matter. Trying to fix it in real time just makes everything else jumble together and it doesn't sound as good as if I just let the mistake be and moved on from it and learn from it, because sometimes song sections repeat, and when we come back, we don't have to make that same mistake again. We get other chances. Not necessarily the same chance, but a similar chance in life. And yeah, I just see allegory in music to life everywhere. So in that sense of mindfulness and not focusing too much on the negative, our thoughts can kind of sweep us away sometimes. And I'm sure that dissuades some folks from trying meditation or trying practices such as that, because They don't necessarily want to sit with their thoughts because they don't maybe like what they see, or they're plagued by their negative things, anxieties. Um, and it takes practice. It's not easy to do. Um, but it's just like music. It's hard. But you can do it. We all have the power within us to do this. Just like I think everyone can learn an instrument. We're all musicians at heart. That's just my thought. And uh, I think if folks didn't worry so much about their thoughts and didn't identify, just like you don't have to identify with your mistakes musically, you know. If I was playing, see, didn't sound quite as good, but I went with it, you know. I don't have to own that's not me. I'm not a minor second. Point being is that we don't have to focus so much on those thoughts, and we can let mindfulness be a place where we choose what we focus on, and we choose what affects us in that time. And all it can be is just the breathing. Just focus on the breathing. That's really the big deal of it. So I'm gonna cut away from the keyboard, or from the guitar, and move to the keyboard for a second and do a similar type of exercise. We're just gonna do another one. Similar one for meditative vamp. And yeah, just take another moment to get comfortable, get in a place where you feel you are able to just be. Please don't try this while you're driving. If you're watching me while driving, stop. Just don't. Uh, but if you can't fall asleep for any reason, if you're cooking something, or if you're watching a child or something like that, and you need to be awake, then maybe don't get too comfortable. But allow yourself to be in kind of a peaceful state of mind, and think about where you are with your stress, with your distress, with your pain physically. Where is your pain coming from in your mind? Where is your pain coming from here? Um, if you feel and connect with that, where is your pain coming from on a spiritual level? We experience pain and distress in all of these, and wherever you're at is okay. And you're not those feelings, and you're not the thoughts plaguing you. Feel like you're sitting in a river. Let the water sift past, and don't try and grab those thoughts and leaves. Just let them be. I'm forgetting to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Nice, long, deep breaths in and out. focus on your thoughts. Just let them be. Don't focus on your pain. Just let it be. Instead, focus on your breath and just let it be. Two more deep breaths in. And out. Thanks for joining me on that, y'all. I hope that was helpful for you. If anyone's watching who's a musician and wants to know kind of what I was doing so you can do this for yourself, again, I'm doing just a 1/4 vamp. Doesn't matter what key. I picked E flat because I love E flat. You could do C. Another nice thing to do though with that is I really like that bright kind of mysterious sound at the 7th. So the major 7th, that leading tone, which of course together is that nice clash. But if you have that 7th also here in the 4, you can have that clash in there, and it feels like it wants to resolve, but not resolving like a 5 resolve, you know? So it still has that unstable, rocking back and forth feeling with that brightness and that dissonance in there together. So if you didn't understand what any of that meant, that's okay. That was all musicians speak. But for those of you listening who don't have anything to use with that, if you can play guitar, or if you know any drop tunings, you know, you can just pick a bar chord. And that's going to be, you move your finger all the way up to that dot there. I don't know if you can see that. That's the 5th fret. Sorry. 6th fret. Move to the 6th fret. So if you got a bar here, just move it up 6 frets and then go back. And then you're doing the same thing there. It doesn't take a lot of thought, and you can do that while you're letting everything just kind of wash over you. So there's lots of ways to be mindful in music, you know, in the execution of music, and when we're creating it, it helps us to be mindful. It can give us space to express our thoughts, to just be with our thoughts, whatever we really need in the moment. Excuse me. And again, you know, just thinking about how music learning happens and what we do with music is just very, there's lots of metaphors that you can draw, I feel, into creating mindfulness. So another thing I like to try here is kind of experimenting with how you can draw parallels in ways we do things in the world and how that can be seen musically. So one way I'm going to try that is we're going to wake up with this song. So once you get comfortable again, get in a comfortable space. Again, if you need to be awake, don't get too comfortable. Stop watching if you're driving. And also, once again, thank you for watching. And if you are able to, please help us out and donate on our PayPal, paypal.me/Rocky Mountain Music TH. We're doing these live sessions on a donation basis. And so anything you can help us with is more than appreciated. But liking, sharing, and following the videos is also wonderful support too. So thank you for being here this morning. So what I'm going to do is kind of start with the chord with that seventh because it's kind of cool sounding. It's just kind of like it's bright, but kind of like the sun's a little too bright coming into your eyes. And I'm just going to move through, and I want you to envision as you're meditating with me how you're starting your day. Maybe there's a little bit of franticness you might hear, and you can identify with that, like, oh yeah, that's me forgetting my coffee, or needing to go back home to get something I forgot, or now when we're not leaving anywhere, maybe it's not as frantic, but maybe there's a little bit of anxiety just in general thinking about the world, and there's that franticness of mind, even if there's nothing around making us frantic. You know what I mean? So you don't have to, again, don't necessarily identify with those thoughts, but just kind of picture how you're moving up through your day. And I'm going to end it nicely. That isn't always how everyone's day ends, but it's just kind of an idea of how you can picture starting your day in music. So that's just one thing I like to do sometimes for clients or just me myself. It's just, make a nice improvisation like that and imagine a scenario that might be going along with it and all the ebb and flow and the rise and fall and the light and the dark that accompanies this, One thing that's helped me personally a lot actually is looking into the philosophy of Taoism, just for me personally. And, everyone's got their own thing that helps them. But to me, I just love that picture and idea of the balancing of light and dark. And, that's music right there, too. That's all we're doing is balancing light and dark together, sharps and flats, and rise and fall, and all of these contrasts. And that's what helps make the drama. The beautiful drama of music and life. Thank you again, everyone who is watching and sharing and being with me this morning. Again, I'm here with Rocky Mountain Music Therapy. We're doing these live sessions as a donation basis. And if you feel these videos are helpful for you or you'd like to help, and especially if you can help in this time, it's tough for everyone. But we've got a PayPal, paypal.me/Rocky Mountain Music TH. And any support is wonderful and much appreciated. But especially just liking and sharing and following the videos. And please keep joining us if these are helpful for you. And if you have any feedback or comments on mindfulness or anything you might like to see in terms of mindfulness with music, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below and let me know. Let us know. So far we've done some mindfulness with some very nice, happy sounding major chords and kind of mixing in some of that darkness there, right? Now we're going to go a little bit different. Just a little bit. I'm not going to go minor. I don't necessarily want to do this kind of a vamp. Frankly, I don't really want everyone necessarily focusing on their negative thoughts right now. I don't know how good that is. If you're there and you need that space, message me and we'll talk. I would love to help share with you how we can make negative music space for folks who need it right now, because sometimes that's what you need, is to sit in the pain that you got, because that's where you are, and that's okay. But what I'm going to do now is kind of blend these two again. So we're not going to be in major, we're not going to be in minor. I'm going to pick and vamp on the Dorian mode. So I'm going to minor 1 chord and major 6 is what I'm vamping on for the musicians in the room. If you can play guitar and see what I'm doing, and then on not as theoretical speak, A minor and D major. And what I'm doing, if folks not necessarily know what that means, is just taking a chord that sounds a little darker and blending it with a chord that sounds a little brighter. So it's not quite one way or the other. So again, just take a moment to get comfortable. Breathe everything around you. Maybe even imagine when you're breathing that there's this little ball of spinning light in front of your mouth. And when you breathe in, you're spinning that ball of energy, and light is coming in your nostrils and filling in your lungs. And you breathe out, when you breathe back into that spinning ball, and it spins. So it's always constantly has this motion in front of you. And maybe when you breathe in, that light starts to attract and go to different parts of your body, so you can really feel and get a sense of where all of your body is in space. Have that light almost be like a barrier, like an outline around your body, and really get a feel for that. And again, this is a good moment to not focus on one thing in particular and let the thoughts sift past. If you need to sit with some negative feelings, this would be a good space for that. That also has some feeling of bright. If you have bright feelings, this is a good space for that. That also has a reminder of the darkness. It's always good to be mindful of all of it. Excuse me. Hair in my mouth. Probably a dog hair. If any of you have animals, you know how that goes. Give me a second to tune. Thank you again, everyone joining. I hope this has been a helpful and fruitful mindfulness venture into music so far. And we're going to keep going for a little bit longer. So, excuse me. Don't need to do that on camera. Apologies. Could not get that hair out of my mouth. Okay, here we go. Again, take a moment, be still and peaceful, and pick one thing that is worrying you or that you are finding current joy in. Either one. And just sit with that and let the thoughts about that thing wash over you. You've got some animal stuff too. I should have had Dante in here next time. Always gotta remember to breathe. I always forget that when I'm doing stuff like this. um, yeah, so that is kind of the feel of the Dorian mode. Um, Kind of bright, kind of dark. It's a mix. It's technically considered minor because of the third, but don't need to get technical with that. Um, Yeah, I hope that was helpful for folks. Let me know in the comments below if you have any thoughts on how that felt, or any um, other ideas that you have about music meditation and mindfulness. We'll do one more before I leave this morning. I was going to say something about that. If you're a musician watching, just briefly, you may have noticed me using specific tones between the vamps. In the major, it's nice to keep common tones together, because that it gives that which way is it going sort of feel to it still. And there, I was specifically vamping over between that rise and fall of the major to the minor chords, to get that sense of the pull back and forth from the light to the dark. Um, just like there is in life, we have this ebb and flow, we have this pull. Some days we feel full of light, and some days we feel like we're in the deepest pits of despair. And wherever you're at, that's okay. And if anyone's watching right now and they really need some help and you're really struggling, please don't hesitate to reach out to a friend, reach out to me, reach out to a support group. There are people here wanting to help you, and who want your help with what you have to offer. We all have strengths and things to offer this world, and you're not alone in this struggle. So hang in there, friends. Again, thank you for joining us here this morning on the Rocky Mountain Music Therapy page. If you feel called and are able to donate, our PayPal is paypal.me/Rocky Mountain Music TH. Any donations would be much appreciated. We're doing this service for free, and we're loving doing it. But any financial support is great. And again, also, if you can just share and like and comment on the videos and participate and engage with what we're here for. If it's calling to you and if it's helpful to you, please keep engaging with us. And thank you for being here, and thank you for your support. I'm going to end this morning with one final meditative vamp. I'm going to go back to the major mode again, and a little bit brighter. Not where everyone's at, but it's kind of what I'm feeling, and I'm hoping it'll help out some people. And if you're not necessarily feeling that, maybe take this moment to not try and feel it, but sit with your pain and let this sound just kind of wash over you, and almost kind of feel like it's a musical bath in a way for your pain. It's not going to remove it, but it might help. Just give it a try. Remember, deep breaths in and out. Doesn't matter how you shape them. It can be that long or this long. And anywhere in between. Just focus on the breath. not your thoughts. Just watch them slowly float on by. I should have gone out a little bit longer on that one, I think. Well, oh well. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. Even if you just get a chance to go out in your front porch and get this Colorado sun, if you're in Colorado, please go get some. Who knows when we're going to have another snow, right? And you're going to be stuck at home and it's snowing. Go outside if you get a chance today, y'all. Get a breath of fresh air. Be mindful. And again, you're not your thoughts. And you're not alone in this. Reach out if you need help, y'all. And everyone have a beautiful day, okay? Peace.